Now when you have a frame relay, you're going to pay for either a PVC or SVC or maybe both. Now PVC is a permanent virtual circuit. And what that means is, let's say Office A needs to speak to Office B through frame relay. And when I go and I set this up, I call it telecommunication, I set my CIR on how much bandwidth I actually need, they're going to configure the actual switches that are going to be used for this communication. So even though it's called packet switching, it actually will go through a specific circuit. It's a permanent virtual circuit, because once we're done, those are still going to stay. Those configurations are still going to stay. So the next time one office needs to communicate to the other, it will go over the same setup, the same circuit, which means the same switches. It's not dynamically changed, which is what switch virtual circuit, SVC, is dynamic. The circuit that's set up, the path that's set up, is dynamic in nature. So when this office needs to communicate to this office, it will send the data through whatever switches are available. The next time it needs to communicate, it could go through different switches. So PVC sets up a permanent virtual circuit that will always be used between this company. SVC is dynamically setting up, and you could think of it like a phone call. SVC, when I call you, there's a certain circuit that's set up, but then when we hang up, that's broken down, and when I call you again, it may be a totally different circuit. Most companies buy PVCs. SVCs are very rare, so you need to know the difference, but in reality, most of them use PVCs. So the PVCs are the permanent, and SVCs are the dynamic. Both of them, you would actually pay a CIR, the actual bandwidth that you're going to need.